It's been 14 years since Jeff MacKinnon has searched for shipwrecks off the coast of Nova Scotia. But now, Jeff and his team of divers are finally heading back out to sea. They've identified 6 wrecks they want to locate and salvage during their short dive window, and every second counts.
Lower down, quickly, pull that slack in. You see this fog here? This is the stuff that has been taking down ships for hundreds of years. Slop, fog, crap, and that's it. We're about to sail into it. Away we go!
Okay, stern line.
We're all missing a few screws, obviously. In order to do this, there's something wrong with us. Come on, divers!
Jeff and his team are exploring the coast off Cape Breton Island, just off the northern tip of Nova Scotia. Cape Breton lies directly in the Atlantic hurricane belt, and its deadly waters are the final resting place for countless ships, including many from the colonial era. During the 17th and 18th centuries, constant fighting erupted here as the English and French fought for control of Louisbourg, a wealthy French port named for King Louis XIV. Today, Louisbourg serves as the starting point for Jeff's expedition.
Hey, we all set?
Reverse!
Okay. Radar's on. Just gotta keep an eye on my track, because I can't see nothing else.
The first of the team's 6 targets is the wreck site of the French naval ship, the Chameau. In 1725, the Chameau set out from La Rochelle, France, on its annual supply trip to Louisbourg. It carries 200 soldiers and 116 wealthy settlers. At its stern held a pay chest with an estimated 82,000 French livres, the equivalent of over $20 million today. On August 17th, with the rugged coast of Nova Scotia in sight, a gale hurled the Chameau into a massive offshore rock. No one survived.
I believe the stern broke off and drifted with the current to the west. That's where the stern section is, and that's where I'm going to search.
Starting at the anchor line, the divers will depend solely on their metal detectors to search for the debris trail obscured by the kelp.
Hey boys, this is topside. How are we looking? Over? When you're dealing with detectors, the diver's only going to be able to search a swath about 2 feet in front of them.
I'm guaranteed I'm not getting paid enough to be in this.
But the conditions here are so adverse that you could be 1 foot away from the best find that we've ever seen. We could very well lose something that is going to change history itself.
Then, diver Dan Griego hears something promising.
I have a hit.
We got a hit!
Topside, I found something.
Talk to me, pal.
Look at that.
Silver, gold, what? What is it?
Topside. I got a coin.
Oh,
Check that out.
bring it up. In order for these sites to produce, you gotta make them produce. You gotta take it from them. You gotta do the work, put the time in, and then you get rewarded. That's how this works. Oh boy, look! Look at this! Johnny boy, he got one. Oh, Aaron.
All right, let me see.
Close your eyes and hold out your hand. The Chameau has provided.
Wow. That's beautiful.
A damn coin.
Good job, guys.
Good job, Dan. You're my hero.
You can make some numbers on it.
1721. Yeah. See?
After 300 years, a little scuffed up.
It's a lot scuffed up. Getting something on the very first dive, on the very first day on Chameau is a great thing. 14 years. 14 years. This ain't an 8 LQ, but it is a coin and it's from the right era. Therefore, I believe we're in a good spot. And where there's one coin, there's a lot more.
Just as the fog starts rolling in above them,
Across the top side, I finally found a hit, and I will be trying to dig it up. Over.
diver Mike Haas may have located something.
Okay, Haas, get yours dug up quick. We got the fog rolling in. I repeat, Mike, the fog is shutting in thick here. Get that thing dug up quick.
Copy that.
Aaron,
Yeah.
tell those guys they only have 2 minutes left.
Topside to divers. You have 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Over.
Copy that. I've almost got it.
I think I'm gonna call it. This is topside to divers. I'm gonna have you abort. Things are shutting in pretty thick here. Let's get you guys out of the water.
I just need a little more time.
And hurry up.
I got it. Upside, this is us. I have a artifact. I believe it is old. I don't know what it is, though. It appears to be bronze.
I want you guys up.
And out. It's starting to shut in thick here.
Copy that. I am surfacing, over.
Show me what you got.
Something pretty cool, I think.
Ain't that something?
What is that?
Have no idea.
Would
Yeah.
there be like a rubber piece around that? Because it looks like it's not
It's not symmetrical.
symmetrical.
I'm wondering if it's just worn. Isn't that something? That's brass. 300 years. Now that would have been lost forever. Good job, Mike. You're the boat hero. I'm buying you supper next year.
Next year.
Well, this is not paying off just yet. Let's just see what happens. This find is definitely the same period as Chameau, but I need to find out what it is. There's no doubt in my mind, with a find like this, we're definitely on Chameau's debris field.
That evening, Jeff sends archaeologist Jim St. Clair to learn more about the curious object they found. He's meeting with Dr. Andrew Lambert, head of naval history at King's College London.
We found this object that we think you can help us with. We've been following a trail that we believe is part of the Chameau's scatter, and this came up, and I thought at first it was some sort of a decorative finial, but I think it might be something else.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. It's clearly been made very specifically to do a job. I think it's designed to give you a vertical. I think it's what we might call a plumb bob.
A plumb bob.
It's a basic piece of measuring equipment which gives you an angle. But it's also very important if you're laying out to fire a cannon on shore.
Right.
So you want to measure the angle at which you're firing, so you get a vertical, and then you get the angle from the vertical that the cannon is pointing. This is part of a gunner's equipment, I think.
So Andrew, this had been actually used aboard the ship.
I would expect it to be used by land-based artillery units. I think gunners on board ship may have had such a thing, and if they'd taken their guns ashore to use them, as they often did.
Is there anything about this particular object, this plumb bob, that tells us where it would have been made?
I think the best evidence for where it comes from is where you found it in the wreck of the Chameau. It's a French ship carrying French stores to a French fortress. It's highly likely it's French.
That's amazing.
It ties into gunnery and engineering, and Louisbourg is an obvious place for that to be happening.
Right.
And it's a prestigious ship. Yeah, it's carrying a pay and it's carrying stores, so it looks like an obvious fit.